Hey folks, welcome back to Tick Creek Ranch. So what we got here today is we got a little auto water that we built. Go ahead, check it out. Part of the video will show how we constructed it. It's just let's see here, a 55-gallon poly tote. What you building there, bud?
The skids.
Skids for what?
A sled for the automatic water.
That's it. We're gonna build ourselves a little auto water here out of this poly tank. Got a Job valve going in, full flow. And we got some quick connects, and we're just gonna pour boy it with some garden hoses for now off of a hydrant. And we built this, cut this, so that'll bolt on. And that will protect that valve from a cow, hopefully, stepping in on top of the valve and breaking it off. And then on the outside, to protect the plumbing, we're just gonna build a little wooden box over the connection, and it'll have just a quick coupler with a couple of elbows. So it creates a swing joint, 2 elbows together. So if something presses down, it'll swivel, or against the other elbow, that elbow can swivel. So it'll give a little play, and hopefully something's not gonna break it off. And then this tank on this lip will be fastened to this little sled. And this sled, we can just hook it to the 4-wheeler and drag it. You can pull it by hand. It shouldn't weigh all that much. It's just about 3.5 feet long and 3 feet wide. Right there. Come on, Elliot, for a second. All right, so we're gonna mount this in here toward the bottom. And then we're gonna go ahead and get her all hooked up, put this lid on, get her connected. Let's see. About so. Here we go. Find the nut. All right, get our shavings out. Oh, that didn't work. They're still in there. All right, so this just connects to this float. We go ahead and adjust the height of the float accordingly. As that float comes up to the right height, turns that valve off. Boom. All right, easy enough. Okay. Hold on a second, Elliot. Yeah. Nylox. I know a lot of folks like a black tank, and I agree. It doesn't let sunlight in, but I like these white ones because you can see the water level from a distance. So if you have a problem, if they're out of water, you can see it without even having to drive up to it. So we clean these regularly. We scrub them out. So it's not really a problem. We don't get much algae. And especially with having animals that consume a ton of water, you always have fresh, cool water coming in here. So it doesn't really get stagnant and gross and full of algae. So that's kind of the method to the madness anyway. All right. Oh yeah. Obviously, I'm keeping these really high so I don't have a hole in the side of the tank too low and start leaking water everywhere, and I don't have to worry about sealing them. So fender washers, so it'll help prevent them tearing out. I can't imagine the cattle are going to get rowdy enough to damage this thing, but if you don't think they will, they probably will. So yeah, we're going to try and get this thing designed to where it won't flip over. This is going to be screwed down, this lip right here. You can see how big the lip is. So you wouldn't have to worry about penetrating the integrity of the tank. So right through here, we're going to just put some big old screws all the way around and fasten it down to this little sled we're going to be towing around. So hopefully it works. Haven't seen anything necessarily like this, but I've seen some stuff that's similar. I've seen some fellas that build a steel cage over their float valve, their job, or whatever style they're running to prevent a cow from stepping on top of it. I'm opting just to do this. We don't have that many animals, so you know, a couple of animals can get in here at the same time. If we ever got to that point, you know, we could take and sister these, put another tank on the sled right next to it, and then just put a bulkhead fitting and a bulkhead fitting. You'd actually have two, and they would equalize off of the one valve, so have more capacity for more heads. But we're going to give this a try before we go down that route and start doing a bunch of other stuff. So oh, my big old sausage fingers out of the way. Yeah. Oh, got a tag in. That one is trying not to go in. Not quite enough thread tape. When you hear that plastic start doing that, it kind of starts sticking. You need some more Teflon. The threads aren't perfect on any of these. They're all just a little bit different since it's mold. And sometimes you just got to put more Teflon on there. It helps keep that plastic from touching each other. Once it starts touching, boy, it does. It tries to gall and hang up. It's bad news. So we got that coming down now. So if this gets hit, now granted this is going to be protected, but if this gets hit, it can swivel up, it can swivel this way. So that's the idea of it, is to give it some play and hopefully it doesn't break. So it's kind of an expensive valve. You know, I kind of wish it had not a plastic nipple coming through on the bulkhead. I wish it was brass or the like, but we'll just have to engineer it to where we don't have that problem, hopefully. So, and then we have a quick connect that's got a check valve in it. So once you disconnect it, it'll stop flowing. So you can just disconnect, drag this thing where you want, pull the hose over, reconnect it, so you don't have to worry about snagging and breaking something off. So that's the plan here. Well, it is a humid sucker out.
Mm-hmm. All that rain.
You know, we might set it down like that, put a block underneath it, and put some plumber's tape and screw it down. I don't know. We'll just see how it all comes together. But for now, gonna have something like that, and then we can just go ahead and connect our hose to it. Boom. Pretty easy. Take the measurements for me. Bust them out.
You want 36, right?
Well, measure overall. What we got?
9 foot 3 inches.
Yeah. Just go 36.
9 foot.
9, 60, and 3. So you're gonna have to get one more anyway. Got it.
And you cut it right in the line though.
That's fine. Okay. Good. Oh, clavos, no? Yeah,
You can see it through all the mold.
I can. Barely. Okay. And we might be ripping one.
Yeah.
Let's get another one.
Kind of scared.
I don't like the twisting that for a screw. A couple big screws will take care of that.
This right here.
Yep. Pull it up. Yep, on your toes.
That felt good.
Awesome. Awesome, bro. Measure me up. And we got 3.5. We'll just call it 3.5, and we'll just give them a little space. Well, that thing's dry.
Yeah, it is. Short.
Size bigger.
I'll put one out.
Okay. Love to mess it up. Perfect. So we're just gonna drill a hole and a hole and put some 1/2-inch diamond braid rope through it. Put a knot on it, come out here, put an overhand knot, and we can just drag this thing with a 4-wheeler or by hand or whatever a guy needs to do. It's not gonna be very heavy, especially when it's empty. So once you pop, you know, we could put a drain in here to let the additional water out, put a bulkhead and a bung fitting, but I don't think we're that worried about it. So it's still easy enough just to turn over to dump and then pull it to another pasture. I think we're gold. There we go. Yep. Okay. About right. I just went through a bit. All right. There we go. Got that tied up. I go over the ball of the wheeler. Boom. You can tow it. The idea is this is a temporary fix to the solution that we're going to take and actually really fix. Is we're going to put in some HDPE pipe across these pastures with some quick connects we can just stab in, turn on, then we have water throughout. But for now, we're just using, you know, rubber garden hoses. This hauling water thing is for the birds, and I think anybody who has livestock knows that. We haven't taken the time to really solve the situation, so I've been having kids haul water. I've been hauling water. It's terrible. Can't get anything done. So hopefully this solves our problem. So we're going to take and plug it in and see how she works. All right, come right down here. Hooked up. There she goes. She's filling. You know, we're not trying to water 300 cattle. We've got What we got in here? We got 14 head, plus we got 4 horses. So we're gonna see how this works. This little float here will adjust when it comes up to the right height. Boom, shuts the flow off. That's a full flow valve. We have poor pressure up on top of the hill. We're way above our wellhead up here. As you can see, our view, we're way up on top of the hill. So we've only got, I figure about 35 PSI up here. We don't have a booster pump or anything like that to charge it to get it up here higher, faster. But that's fine. It's plenty for our stock, our animals and watering. At some point, if we ever put a dwelling, we were thinking about over there between them 2 big trees. At that point, we'll reassess, put in a bunch of pressure tanks and all that good stuff. So we'll see how this works. All right, I think I got my float level set. Right, it's about right there. It's well protected. It's way back underneath there. I think it's gonna be a winner, but we're gonna see. Give it a few weeks, see if I like how it turned out, but so far so good. I ordered the valve online. I've had it for quite some time, and it took me all of, 45 minutes to build this thing. Let's say an hour with adjusting the float. All right, first takers. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Laddie boy. Oh, Latigo and Eddie. They're like, heck yeah, we like this thing. It's cool water, fresh. Here they come. Mouse is gonna come check it out. Score. What do you think? No more hauling for these guys? You're hot. You're supposed to be excited about not hauling water.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. I just barely tell through the sweat and the I'm hot. Humidity. All right, guys, so there you got it. There you have it. A little auto water. I think it's going to work splendid. We have it tight to the hot fence here, so they can't get behind it, step on the hose, and we leave plenty of room so they can come in from 180 degrees around it. They can come all the way around it. All right, so all I got to say is I am pumped. That is awesome. I think it's going to work really well. Big game changer here on the farm. So, if you guys have some better ideas, or you guys have another system you use, got any ideas to improve it, let me know. And if you guys like that, on the way out, if you'd hit that like or subscribe button, we sure would appreciate it. Thanks again here from Tick Creek Ranch. We'll see you on the next one.